had a rocky January. We're going to be getting into a Monad TVL, not only a TVL report actually, but a price report as well. We're going to look at what's going on within the chain as well, because there's some FUD on X. It's always FUD somewhere, right? But we're going to get into a price check, TVL check, and then we'll talk about what's going on with Anchorage Digital and TrendleFi as well. Some new developments here going into February. Let's go ahead and get into the report.
Welcome to the Altcoin Hour, your weekly alpha. Yeah, we breaking down the charts, flipping bags, playing smart, from the dips to the moon shots, connecting all the dots. Let's get it. Altcoin Hour.
All right, so January was not very nice for Monad. Hand clap to you guys once again. Let's go ahead and hit that button again. We're looking at 1 cent. All right, we're below launch price and things of that nature. A lot of people are grumbling about that. There's some FUD about transactional activities too as well. We'll get into the refreshed look of the node dApp, because it's really cool. You can see live transactions, you can see live node flows, and how the blockchain, how healthy it is, and things of that nature. We're talking about an ecosystem that is growing. It is 3.5 months old, so very, very young blockchain. So, a lot of people are, the expectations are very, very high, and I am an investor as well, but I'm just bullish on the new and improved versions of these layer ones. This one is very robust. It's very beastie. This is what I like to say. 1 cent, guys, this is what we're doing now. We're coming out of January. You can see the chart behind me. Now, this particular situation, I would click it index mode, but I'm not going to go there because we're going to get into some developments. So I'm not going to hold you too long on this report because we got to get into the actual TVL report as well. And then we'll get into some actual developing news about Anchorage Digital, a new way and a new form of staking the Monad coin, which I know a lot of you guys that are holding. Staking is the best thing you can do to actually increase your bag, because this thing is going to go bonkers within the next 5 to 10 years going forward. So this is a long haul hold for me, and I love the ecosystem, the way it's actually flourishing. Now, 1 cent, that's not bad for people who are trying to get into it and get involved. We did go pretty close to 1.699. Now we're almost back up to 2 cents, which is, actually this is where we need to be, around 2-3 cents. A lot of you were wanting this to be around 20 cents, at this point in time. We're going to get there, but I got to tell you, it's going to be a slow crawl because there's a lot of geopolitical activities. There's a lot of uncertainties when it comes to language that are going to actually push not only Monad, but other blockchains into the stratosphere. We need the Clarity Act. We need market structure, build infrastructure, and we need the Genius Act to actually be okay, because there's a lot of amendments that are going to be implanted within that. We see that ongoing kerfuffle that is happening with the Genius Act right now as well. So there's an attorney general in New York that's attacking that language right now. So we'll get into that in the live stream tomorrow. So do subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss the live stream tomorrow. So it's going to be very interesting when we talk about that. Let's go ahead and move into the actual TVL report. So we are here. We're talking about globally. There is a dip, guys. So a lot of people are like, Monad is sagging. Well, the whole entire market, when it comes to TVL, it is actually sagging 2% down. Let's go ahead and round it down, a negative 2% value within a 24-hour period when it comes to TVL across all blockchain technology, okay, across the DeFi infrastructure globally. We are down. It's not just Monad. Now, let's go ahead and get into the Monad situation, because Monad is even. When you really dive into Monad and the TVL and the actual DeFi infrastructure of Monad, it's pretty even. The actual stablecoin activity is in the actual green as well. We're seeing a reductive pattern when it comes to the actual Monad stablecoin market cap. It did dip. I think it got all the way down to 2% on a negative range. Within the 7-day period, almost up 2%. So you did see an influx there going in the right direction. So that's always good. You look at the body of work when it comes to TVL on the Monad blockchain, it's back up where it needs to be. Neverland is up almost 200%, guys. A lot of the lending and borrowing, RWAs, things of that nature, tokenized assets. Again, lending and borrowing, which is the core, and staking as well when it comes to TVL on any blockchain DeFi infrastructure. It's back in the healthy ranges. Now, when you're looking at Tether Gold, which this is an RWA, right? Tokenized gold. A lot of this is spread over 8 chains, but it is connected to the Monad infrastructure as well. This thing is up over 1,000%. So when it comes to that particular situation, that gold correlation, it's shared across 8 chains and it's Monad linked as well. So this is very, very interesting. You're looking at Tulip Capital, a lot of infrastructure that's actually exclusive of Monad, Neverland, Curvents, things of that nature, things that are linked like Morpho. Upshift is number one with this situation, which it is down, but this is going to be your capital allocator, which is something that a lot of people don't pay attention to. But when I tell you Monad has everything, and I'm talking everything for everyone, including investors and builders, I'm not joking. They built this ecosystem out very beautifully. So I just want to get into that. And one exclusive note here when it comes to Curvens. It is down on the curve, but traditionally you see this when it comes to borrowing and lending and staking when we have tumultuous activity, especially when it comes to Bitcoin. And that thing is fluxing. Bitcoin, BTC, guys, it is basically in flux. And I don't want to go too deep on what's going on because I'm going to do that in a live show. When it comes to the Bitcoin fluctuative values, it's going to affect not only Monad, but even the top 15 because ETH is dangerously flirting to a below $2,000 value when it comes to the coin. So when you really dive into what's going on globally, it's affected by everything. So when it comes to Monad, it's not anything within the infrastructure that's causing the dip. Monad is riding the global dip. And when it comes to that, every infrastructure, every DeFi infrastructure across the board is going to be affected. Not only Bitcoin, but the stocks as well. Now, I want to get into some of the developments when it comes to new deployments. And I'm talking TrundleFi, right? And Anchorage Digital. And this has to do with DeFi as well. Let's go ahead and move to that. So we're on a Twitter page here. We're going to actually go to the landing website of this Anchorage Digital. There are a lot of things that actually dropped in January going into February, but this one was pretty interesting. This is going to be a DeFi hub. You have trading, you have pretty much everything that's going on with this particular situation. Now, they've just introduced and added Monad to this particular situation. Now, let's go ahead and flip to the website. Now, we're talking about actual staking of the Monad coin. Now, this is another option. Now, this is a very secure option as well. This platform has a pretty decent track record. So anytime you're staking your Monad, there is an actual worry in the back of everybody's mind. Is the platform stable, right? Am I going to lose my coins due to a hack? Now, so far, it looks pretty decent. Now, I would advise you before you do start using this for staking your coins, look at the background, right? You want to check those audits out to make sure, infrastructurally, they're going to be okay. But I think the track record speaks for itself here. And I couldn't find any actual weird stuff, but I want you to do your research on this as well. And Anchorage Digital Prime, they have actually implanted a Monad as an actual stakeable situation. So, and it is in here. You can actually check here. There's an actual tab here that says platform. You just scroll down to assets supported, and you just want to go in here to the search section here. You just scroll down here and you can see all the actual supported coins. And you can go ahead and just type in Monad. We'll go ahead and do that here. And as you can see, Monad has popped up. So, and I want to bring up TrundleFi too before we get to the end of the report here. That's going to be a very unique attention-based prediction market. That thing is live too as well. It was in beta as well. I think it's actually live for everybody. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. But TrundleFi, that's going to be a very unique way of getting into prediction markets. It's going to be exclusive on the Monad ecosystem. And if you looked at my previous video about prediction markets, I think Monad is going to be a powerhouse hub going forward, especially when everything gets going with language. We get that market structure built. We get that solid crypto language. I think going forward, when we do get these uncertainties at an all-time low, you're going to see this prediction market. You see Polymarket just completely going bonkers, right? There are going to be some that are going to be actually exclusive to Monad, and they're going to actually enjoy the actual aspect of being deployed on this type of actual blockchain. So we're going to close out with this, guys. Now, I've seen a lot of actual posts on X that were actually saying negative things about the transactions, what's going on with the Monad infrastructure, not a lot of activity. That's a bunch of BS because you can easily go here to node.monad.xyz. It's a refreshed look. It doesn't look the same anymore. And I think it's beautiful. It's really nice and clean. You can clearly see the transactional volume. And we're looking at an interval of the last 5 minutes, essentially. Well over 40,000 transactions that are actually recorded within a 5-minute period, guys. And you can go all the way down to the actual per second transaction rate, which is around 10 or 11 right now. And mind you, there's a lot of fluctuative activity that's going on within the market, guys. It's a bearish sentiment that's going on. So even with that being said, you're still getting transactions within a 5-minute period, registering well over 40,000 per 5-minute period. So a lot of people are saying there's nothing really going on the chain. It's dormant. It's a bunch of BS. I'm supremely bullish. You guys already know how I feel about the chain. Don't mind the FUD. I think every chain and every dev team is getting FUDed here because of the nature of the market, because of what's going on with Bitcoin. We have massive uncertainties when it comes to crypto language as well. So we do have President Trump. He's meeting with the banks. I believe Brad Garlinghouse. You're going to have Brian Armstrong too as well. And they're going going to be trying to get this together. I don't think the banks are going to fold. They're not going to bend because crypto is a threat. We all know this. Crypto is a threat to the banking industry. So we'll see how this goes. But as far as Monad, we're doing absolutely fantastic, guys. Let me know what you think about the report. Don't worry about the charts, guys. DCA when you can. This thing is going to be a beast going forward. Let me know what you think, and then we'll catch you on the next Monad report. Take it easy.